Dan talking about the big matchup this week. We're pretty sure, based on Teague's press conference, Dusty and Cripper will have moments where they go head-to-head with each other. So what we're going to do is have a look at the two of them, their season thus far. I think with Dusty as well, he probably cops a bit of criticism because he hasn't had as good a year as that famous 2017 year, but he's been phenomenal. And one thing you can never take away from him is that year. That was, for me, one of the best individual seasons I've ever seen. I think that we, as footy fans, will ever see. So I do say this lightly. You know, I don't want to disrespect the greatness that is Dusty Martin, but let's have a look at their seasons. And what have you come up with here?
Well, I think traditionally Richmond don't tag, so they usually go with a one-on-one role. You outperform your direct matchup. So if these two are going together, it's going to be a treat for football fans, whether you're a Carlton fan, a Richmond fan, or impartial.
Yep.
Because these are two of the best players in the comps going head-to-head. So you look, same games. I think interesting, which people look at Dustin, they look at him as the playmaker, the talisman, but Cripper actually has more real disposals than Martin, and that is something that I think surprised me when I first looked at this.
The effective disposals?
Yes, I would have thought Dusty would have killed Cripper in that aspect.
Yep.
So that was a surprise, but I do think one of the negatives of Dusty is he's not two-way. That's Richmond, I've heard say that. Everyone says it, and you see that is predominant there with like the second and third efforts. Martin is right on AFL average, where Cripper is in that elite category. But that being said, you've also seen Dustin Martin's efficiency inside 50. He is more of an attacking threat, so it's a real good matchup of probably the best stopper and defender in the comp versus the elite level attacking threat. And the TPI reflects that. Dusty gets some downgrades purely because his intensity on the defensive side of the field isn't there, where Cripper is probably a better, well-rounded individual.
Yeah, I think the one thing for us as well, we would like to see Cripps spend a little bit more time as a forward to play the Dusty type role, because we think that's the next evolution in his game. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this matchup. Interestingly enough though, I think when we've spoken about this previously, Cripps is only starting to really penetrate the ball forward, whereas Dusty, you get it on that right peg, it's going further every game, and that's probably something again that Cripps has to work towards. I reckon in 12 months' time, we could probably say Cripps has almost matched Martin. Obviously he's a super player right now, but Martin's been something else.
I think if Cripps gets someone like, say, a Stephen Cornelio, if he has that in the midfield, he has the ability then to leave the getting the ball out to someone else, and I think that you'll see a different dynamic.
Yeah.
Richmond are blessed that they've got quality in the middle of the park, where Carlton probably have two elite level players, where Richmond's entire midfield is elite.
Yeah, fair enough. What do you think about the matchup? Do you think the two of these guys will actually match up against each other head to head, or do you think we need to put a Ed Kerno on a Dustin Martin, or do you think somebody will tag a Cripps? Let us know in the comments below. Should be a fascinating matchup.